Happy to
I
meet you.
yeah, I had to struggle to understand those stuff actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, so we shall meet then.
yeah, we should.
We
Because
are going.
I missed yesterday's own, so it's kind of heavy right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after the class, we can meet and discuss a little bit.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Yamuna, I will simply say you should change your dance official. You should change your dance official.
I've been trying to change it. I don't know how to change it now.
And you go to that participants, those places that you see participants.
Okay.
Click it, then look for your own name and click.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yamuna Dance Official.
Jayon Shupas Param Padiva Still to just Sila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. I'm not taking you right now. I'm not tired of saying that. Praise God, Sri Krishna, Chaitanya, Prabhu, yeah. Looking at now, my again. All right, we'll continue our discussion. We are beginning on mantra 9. This morning we are looking at mantra 9. So let us chant the mantra together. And
Babu, I'm moving to more. Last time we are mobile crop, name was 6:30. Student network is really bad. Coming on.
Raja, close your teeth.
I'm always excited to be here. I'm so excited. I love it. I go this serious now. You can't.
They're not serious.
Hare Krishna.
okay, let's continue. So I don't know why I said this here. I don't see the things I don't know she's Very tight. It's a pretty major portion. Okay, let's continue the translation. Before you cut off again, let me just move. Translation. Those who are engaged in the culture of nations activities shall enter into the darkest region of ignorance. Worse still are those who so-called. So mantra 9. Mantra 9. We are looking at those who sin in knowledge and those who sin in ignorance. So we are looking at Vidya and Avidya. Mantra 3 refers to different types of killers who do not understand and follow the ease of Shastri. Mantra 9. Two types of these persons are discussed. The material
I guess I don't know what is there with us. Gurudev network is very bad in that side now. So it's connecting and connecting.
we try. Okay. So let's move forward and see. Ignorance and so-called knowledge. Ignorance and so-called knowledge. How is vidya, avidya. And we're looking at what is real vidya, knowledge. So-called knowledge, so-called. It is not knowledge, but it's so-called. If it is so-called. It looks like knowledge, but it is not. Yes, avidya. Being engaged in activities of self-gratification. Who are these people? Karmis. Papa said the purpose that 99.9% of the human population engage under the flags of industrialism, economic development, altruism, political activism. All the isms, they are all useless. All useless. Completely useless. Almost 99.9% of the people in modern civilization are engaged in activities of self-gratification under the flags of various activities, such as industrialism, economic development, altruism, political consciousness, and so on. But all these activities are more or less based on the satisfaction of the senses, without any reference to the sort of God consciousness described in the first mantra of the Isa. In modern civilization, in modern human civilization, this explanation of Sri Iswapanisad is more applicable than at any other time in the past. Modern civilization has advanced considerably in the matter of mass education, and yet the result is that people are more unhappy than before on account of too much stress on material advancement, without any taste for the most important aspect of life, which is spiritual aspects. Even these days, many students are suffering seriously from competition. It's a very dangerous disease, competition. So many students are suffering. Yes, committing suicide. Because the tension in competition is too high. Competition. That is not education. Education cannot be a competition. So it is all forms of avidya. Like in the beginning, we were saying that knowledge is supposed to destroy darkness, but the so-called knowledge expands darkness and they make it look like this knowledge. That is dangerous. Dangerous. It is dangerous. As far as Vidya is concerned, the first mantra of Sri Iswapanisad has explained very clearly that the Supreme Lord is a proprietor of everything, and forgetfulness of this fact is called ignorance. The more a man forgets this fact of life, the more he is in darkness. And in view of this, a godly civilization directed towards the so-called advancement of education is more dangerous than a civilization in which the mass of people are less advanced. That is true. Yes. If you go to the village, people are more peaceful, people are more friendly, people are more, yes, brotherhood, sisterhood is prominent. Although they are less educated, but they come to the city, people are highly educated. What do we see? Inhuman dealings to humanity, inhuman dealings. People come together not to associate but to compete. What kind of dress you are putting? What kind of dress are you putting? What brand of drink you are drinking? What brand? How much your drink cost? How much? What brand of drink you are drinking? What brand? How much does it cost? What color of the dress? What quality of the dressing you are putting on? So people are coming together for this, not even to come and share friendship. It's not there. Not there. That is missing, completely missing. So where is the hope for people? And where it is going? Where the world is going? Only darkness. It's not education. There are different classes of men called karmis, gyanis, and yogis. The karmis are those who are engaged in activities of self-education. Prophet already explained that 99%, or we are all in the process. Nobody remember the Isa subject. Everybody trying to get.
Even Govinda Swami Maharaj used to say, Guru Govinda Swami Maharaj used to say, 99% of karma adhikari.
That's what is happening everywhere. In some places are more, and some places are more of plastic life than real life. Everything is artificial. Everything artificial. Even the food. Even the food you like eating. Everything is artificial. Everything. In the Bhagavad Gita, people are engaged in goals. People who are engrossed in sense gratification are called Buddhas. Buddhas, darkness. Like the ass, the symbol of stupidity. People who are simply engaged in the pursuit of sense gratification without any real life profit in life are, in the estimation of Sisha Upanishad, worshiping a vidya. That's a vidya. Vidya, so-called knowledge, more dangerous because it is mistaken and misguided. It is mistaken and misguided. They like decoration on the dead body, a cobra with a valuable jewel. Mistaken mundane educators. Veda Badalata. Gita 242. Discovery. Maya Pahrita Gyan 715. That is what we are seeing every day. A cobra that has a jewel. Jewels is valuable ornament. But the cobra that is having jewel on the head, that cobra has not beaten someone before. Because the poison has not been used become condensed and condensed and condensed and become a jewel. Such a cobra, if you bite, the person is sure to die if that cobra bites somebody, because the poison has not been used. Yes, I want to produce a jewel, the head.
Jewel produce poison.
The poison, condensed poison, produces the jewel. Condensed poison produces the jewel. And it shines bright. So it may be bright, it shine be bright, but it's dangerous. Similarly, all these beautiful flowery words the Mayavadis are presenting is very, very dangerous. Because Mayavadi philosophy was empowered by Lord Vishnu himself for destruction. So it looks sweet. That's why it's a flowery word, It looks sweet. And people who speak it also look very eloquent, more than Vaishnavas. For hearing them is very, very dangerous for anyone who hears. It cannot be God conscious. So Vishnu specifically empower it to remove him from the heart. The origin of Mayavadi is that now we see Lord Shiva for the usual dress and things. It is not by himself. It is Vishnu who told him to do that. Because they were demons who were worshipping him. Generally, demon doesn't worship Vishnu, but this one they're very trickish. They worship Vishnu, and Vishnu was in their heart. So Lord Vishnu was approached by demigods who were troubled. Vishnu told him he will help them. Therefore, he approached Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, I want you to create a dark scripture. So, how can I do that? Dark scripture means that you have no form, you are not a person. Your existence is destroyed. How can I say that? So Vishnu is a plan. The plan is that some demons are worshiping in their hearts. But demon cannot kill them. Only if I'm removed, that they will to kill them. And the best way to do that is this kind of philosophy. So you preach it. Only you can do it. You preach this philosophy against me. Then, when they hear it, I will leave their heart. Then they will be able to kill them. That's my other. So Vishnu specifically empowered it, so he will not be there. Anywhere this philosophy is presented, Krishna cannot be there. Very dangerous. The time will confound existence at any time. Yes. Destructive. Vishnu will empower for destruction. So no Bhakti, no Krishna. So it's dangerous. So the snake that carries that jewel is compared to this Mayavadi person because it's a destruction. If the snake bites you, don't not kill. You're not killed. So when we hear there's no Bhakti, disappear. Bhakti disappear, Krishna disappear. So when Lord Vishnu was able to convince Lord Shiva to do that, Lord Shiva said, then how will I be protected? Okay, I'm going to do it, but how will I be protected? So Lord Vishnu said, no problem. I will protect you. So Lord Shiva was giving serpent. That's an antithesis. Lord Shiva, that is the deity. Lord Shiva worship Balaran. Balaran is deity. Shivan Parvati, their deity is Balaran. Snake. I was given to him. Only then he accepted. So you meditate on that. Whatever you speak, not their fault. When Lord Chitango met Sankaracharya, and now Chitango told him, see, I gave you this order, so it's a service for you. This is a service I gave to you, not that you deliberately want to do it. It's a service I gave to you. So there is no offense. There is no offense in you. But actually, this place, you cannot stay here. So you better go outside, you can stay here. Right? My people, these people are directly connected with you, so you cannot stay. So at least you spend one day here, you can just, tomorrow you can leave. You go back to other places, present it. So Secretary didn't say nowadays. You left. Of course, it's still there. Even one day, one day appearance, he's very prominent today, very prominent. That is how dangerous this thing is. So Krishna compared this decorations on a dead body, like is a so-called knowledge like a decoration. What is the value of a dead body decoration? What is the value? It is useless. So this knowledge is useless. Like a cobra with a valuable jewel. How valuable is a jewel? One that snake can kill without notice. Yes. It is a mundane, mistaken education. So what should not go. Very dangerous. All right. So what is real knowledge? What is real knowledge? Vidya. In advanced educational activity by a godless people, according to the Hari Bhakti Sudodaya, a decoration for birth is a decoration for the body. In India, as in many other countries, some people follow the custom of leading a procession with a decorated dead body for the pleasure of the lamenting relatives. In the same sense, modern civilization is a patchwork of activities meant to cover the perpetual miseries of material existence. Such activities are targeted towards sense gratification. But above the senses there is the mind, and above the mind there is intelligence, and above intelligence there is the soul. Therefore, the aim of education should be self-realization. Self-realization of the spiritual values of the soul. Any education which does not lead to such a realization of life must be considered avidya or nations. And to culture such nations means going down to the darkest region of ignorance. Such mistaken educators are known in the Vedic language. Are known in Vedic knowledge as Veda Vadarata, Maya Pahita Gyan, Asuram Bhavam, and Naradama. This is Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, text 15. Yes, and Veda Vadarata is Bhagavad Gita 242. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so real knowledge is that the Supreme Lord is a proprietor of everything. Is a mantra one. And the aim of real education should be self-realization, realization of the spiritual values of the soul. This is real knowledge. real knowledge. Avidya, the forgetfulness of the above facts. That's ignorance. If one does not recognize the supreme proprietor as Krishna, who owns everything, that's avidya. And if our education is not about self-realization, but to expand our ignorance, that is avidya, ignorance. The more a man forgets this fact of life, the more he is in darkness. Avidya, according to Madhvacharya, those who worship with the false knowledge. Vidya, those who worship with true knowledge, worship but Vishnu, but do not correct false knowledge. The worshippers of the deities other than Lord Vishnu. That's a big ignorance. And those who do not criticize false worshippers is also avidya. The Prabhupada said, if someone calls you God, but it didn't stop them, that means you accepted what they are saying. You can say, no, they are calling me like that, but you stop them. I didn't say they should call me. If you don't tell them to call you, they are calling you and you keep quiet. Yes, I agree. Oh, go on. Okay. You are not like it, I will say, no, stop. It's not correct. Those who knows Narayan in his true form, free from faults, and simultaneously criticize those with false knowledge of Vishnu are the true devotees. That's this quality we see with Prabhupada always. So like a critic, people see him to be, are you really a pure devotee? Rupa Goswami said what? One who is free from the tendency to criticize others is a pure devotee. But you don't see that quality with Prabhupada. One who is free from the tendency to criticize others is a pure devotee. But Prabhupada is constantly criticizing. Fools and rascal, fools and rascal, fools and rascal. But our Acharya approved that what Prabhupada is doing is correct. Because if you don't stop people doing the wrong thing, if you don't tell them what they're doing is wrong, we are supporting them. Yeah, I don't accept what they're preaching, but you don't stop them from preaching what they're preaching, means you support them. We are telling them that what they're doing is correct, so go ahead. It's a very fine line which is not easily understood. Otherwise, people, why is he always after other people? When Mayavadi, not they were a group of them. They were together one day. He saw my great days about Teacher Maharaj, and he called him, come. Tell your guru to leave us alone. Why is he always Mayavadi? Why is he tell him to leave us alone? Let him give us space to exist. The Guru told him he loves you. That is why he's doing like that, not hatred. A person who hates you will not tell you to stop doing wrong thing. A person who hates you will keep quiet. Because in my mind I'm thinking, continue, because they're going to get destroyed. Oh, go. The person who hates you, the who loves you will tell you, hey, please, don't do this. But we're so ungrateful that we see those people as our enemies. And those who are really enemies, we accept them to be friends. Because we mentioned before that it's difficult to find a true friend in the material world. Very difficult to find a true friend. I'm pretending to be a friend, and I don't want the friendship to stop because of what I'm getting from you. I don't want it to stop. Because if I tell you don't do this, you stop giving me. Is that really friendship? If it's friendship, I should tell you what I give you, don't give me. My relationship with you not because what you're giving to me, what I'm getting from you. Relationship because we care for each other and hear and seeing what is good for you. So I'm telling you, don't do this. Those who do like that, we consider them to be our enemies. And those who are keeping us in ignorance, we consider them to be friends. The opposite. This is our unfortunate situation. So here, those who know Narayan in his true form, free from faults, and, and simultaneously criticize those with false knowledge of Vishnu are a true devotee. So why should we criticize false knowledge? Why? Why should that be our concern? When we criticize false knowledge, which is full of sorrow and ignorance, we cross over sorrow and ignorance. And by knowing the complete truth, which is full of bliss and knowledge, they attain bliss and knowledge. If you remove people from the sorrow and ignorance, if you give them true knowledge, to be free also for material existence. And that will help them to attain Goloka. Therefore, to have a constructive criticism based on love and care is true love. And to leave people in ignorance, thinking that we love them, it is actually darkness, ignorance. It's not vidya. It is avidya, looking like vidya. These are very technical things that we need to truly understand. Then we can apply them. Comparison, avidya. Those who are absorbed in performance of the prescribed duties, karma, without knowledge. It's avidya. It's a vidya. Vidya, who engage only in knowledge jnana while neglecting the performance of prescribed duties. It's also knowledge could look like avidya could look like knowledge. It is not true knowledge. Excessively attached to enjoyment and power, they perform with absorbed mind various activities. But other people, they get only in gyan, giving up the activities of karma suitable to their qualifications. See the language? If one give up activities which are suitable for advancement, that is what Rupa Goswami described as Falgu Vairagya. It's not Vairagya. It is a semblance of Vairagya. It is semblance. It looks like Vairagya, but it is not Vairagya. Because it is not complete. Not complete. What is true Vairagya? What is true knowledge? When one is fully engaged in our prescribed duties, just to plead the Krishna without our self-interest, that is Vairagya. And when one neglects activities which are meant for giving Krishna pleasure in the name of renunciation, that is Vairagya. You know Vairagya. So the Prabhupada said, the first duty of a sannyasi is to preach Krishna consciousness. That's the first duty. Anywhere is. Where's the chance for me to present Krishna, to preach Krishna, to teach Krishna consciousness? And anywhere, all the time. And that is his duty. And if he preaches like that very nicely, facilities will come. Facilities will come. If facilities come, then construct temples for sincere and serious disciples. This is exactly the proper use. But today we are constructing temples for everybody. Duplicitous and sincere mixed together. And then the sincere, serious one will be suffering because they have to start fighting with those who are duplicitous. It is always there. The time we should spend for absorbing Christian consciousness, we'll be spending that to deal with unnecessary so-called devotees. We're spending time wasting our time. Yes, asuras. We're talking about this, and we're going into details. Asura, one who does not believe in Krishna, is asura, right? A proper say there are many I've quoted many times, but people are not hearing, so I'll continue to quote it. Nonsense. That is the idea. Bhagavad Gita chapter 9, text 12. I'm taking all the point. There are many devotees. There are many devotees who assume themselves to be in Krishna consciousness. Assumption is dangerous. Assume doesn't necessarily mean that it is dead, it is true, or we are dead. It doesn't. It is very dangerous speculation, assumption. If you look at our history, you see so many dangerous incidents took place because of assumption. For example, Parishad Maharaj taught the same words, trying to neglect it. What happened? Death. Agasamuni taught Maharaj the Bruna words, pretending also to receive him as a guest. He told him to become elephant. Because elephant dangerous. Many. This is very dangerous. Even our own personal life. You can recount also so many suffering we went through just by assumption. Don't look at, oh, he doesn't like me. And just for that, how much suffering one goes, how long one can even think that he doesn't like you. But how do you? And who told you?
Clean your nose. How did you always get cut? I don't know why it's not picking. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm wondering.
Haribo? Hare Krishna, can you hear me?
Yes, Guru.
Yes, Maharaj, I can hear you.
Who is talking?
Yes,
Who is talking?
yes, Maharaj, we can hear you.
Maharaj, please, we can't hear you.
But when somebody else was talking, how can we hear two things at the same time? What was the point I was making? Which word I was using?
Assumption.
Assumption. What is assumption? What did I say? It's bad with assumption.
You were mentioning that assumption is very dangerous in devotional service and that people should not assume. And then you went further to mention examples of Agastya Muni and sorry, I forgot the first one.
Okay. Thank you. Someone else can help? Another person can help? Can someone else help us? Yeah, I'm not surprised because he didn't hear. So he didn't hear. So what will you say? If you don't hear, what will you say? I will say anything you didn't hear. Yes, the first person I mentioned was Parikshit Maharaj. The second person is Gatsemuni and the Dumna. Not the Dumna of Jagannath. It's a different one. Yes, so then we came to our own personal self, our individual one. Those are historical one, a Vedic one. But our own personal one, many people are suffering from assuming somebody doesn't like you. We don't have evidence to prove that person doesn't like you. And the person himself has said himself, may not even know that this is what someone else is thinking about him or her in his mind. For years, it goes on. And imagine the kind of sinful activity we're creating all these years for that. I mean, just suffering unnecessarily. The person doesn't like me. Are you thinking of giving up Christian consciousness? Because you feel, okay, my guru doesn't like me. Right? Guru doesn't like you. So you give her something you didn't give to me. Maybe you don't like it. See? Necessary thing is going. Right? One day, a good brother who had not been chanting the 16 round. We were only listening to proper tape. We were not chanting 16 round. We only played proper tape. And that was in Japan. I didn't I didn't know. So two of us we were in the office one day, and the Gurudev came in and called him X. I go, come on, go and chat. So then I was thinking, why did Gurudev tell me to go and chat? I was thinking that, why did he tell me to go and chat? Okay, maybe it's pure assumption. Later, the devotees himself started telling me that, for a long time now, I'm not chanting, I only play the proper time and play and hear. So then my mind, see the assumption? See? Is it correct? No, it's wrong. What they want also in mind. So my friend invited me to speak to the congregation. There were 60 devotees from the Namahat they brought. So, and then the devotee were translating, he was not doing it nice. So I was really struggling to speak. At the same, I was feeling very bad. These people are going to think, what kind of man is this? Just waste our time. It's just wasted our time. I was assuming that. So I was just looking at time to finish. So 1 hour we finish, I can just run away. When I was feeling, I just wasted these people's time. They were thinking, why this man waste our time? That's what I was thinking. So immediately, 1 hour, I said, I have an appointment, I have to go. So the next day, the devotee, when we met, the devotee said, oh, Maharaj, we are very sorry. We are very, very sorry we disturbed you yesterday. You didn't even want to take us the question. Just left. Very sorry, Mr. Minister. So please forgive us. We offer a business and begging. Then he said, the thing you said yesterday, people reacted to it. What did I say? I said, okay, negative. Say half of the people yesterday, they do not eat. After the lecture, they went and chanted their Sisiran before they came and people said that. Because that's what they said in the class. I suffer for assumption for that. The devotee, they didn't take prasada. It's because their qualification to eat means we have chanted Sisiran. And when they have not, those of them who have not chanted Sisiran, they went and chanted before they came and took prasada. Assumption. Dangerous.
You're not judging.
No, better not assume something. It should get it clear. It should be cleared. Knowledge needs to destroy darkness. This is where I started. Knowledge will destroy darkness. It's not even But so-called knowledge will keep us in assumption, be assuming, speculating, and nothing good will come out from it. Excessively attached to enjoyment. This is something I was saying that brought that. Remember? Anyone remember what I was saying before I came to this assumption point? Excessively attached to enjoyment and power, they perform with absorbed mind various activities. That's a video. Engage only in gyan, giving up the activities karma suitable for their qualifications. Yes, that is where this is where we are. The social avidya. It looks like knowledge, but it is not true knowledge. The thing which you're supposed to offer to Krishna, and we reject it, calling it Maya, that is avidya. It's just avidya. Mayavadi will not talk money. Oh, this is Maya. So Prabhupada say, give everything to me. Give them. Right? He used it for TOVP. Yes, he wanted it to be done. Prabhupada is physically living there, but he's constructing it for everyone. So what is wrong with that? So it looks like renunciation, but this is not renunciation. This is ignorance. But we're rejecting which are good for our prescribed duty. So if you don't do, so suppose you are not constructing a temple for millions of people to come and worship Krishna, what will we be doing? What service will we do? So it is not renunciation. Renunciation, which is depriving us from service to Krishna, is ignorance, not knowledge. This is complete ignorance. So the highest teaching, which is true, is the highest goal will be achieved only by cultivating knowledge along with practice of Varnashrama. Along with Varnashrama, we should cultivate knowledge along with Varnashrama. A proper Bhakti encourages Varnashrama. Bhakti Siddhanta session, Bhakti not they only encourage Varnashrama because it helps us to be organized. And when we do, in that organization, we do our prescribed duties. If you do our prescribed duties, knowledge will develop. By development of knowledge, renunciation will come. Renunciation will help us to be engaged in Christian causes that bring Bhakti. That is how it goes. So prescribed duty is important because it will help us to ultimately get Prema Bhakti. So if we have no service, how will we get it? We'll be hanging around and thinking that we are knowledgeable, but the only thing we get is pride. That's all. That's the only thing we get. Nothing more than that. Real knowledge, because we are doing service, which is cleansing the heart, it becomes humble. Vidya Vinaya Sampane. The heart becomes humble because purification is there. So without service, how will the heart be soft? Even if you chant somebody wants that, the same heart will continue. Because I'll be standing with pride. So Bhagavad told us, approach a guru, that is first thing. Second thing is submission. The third thing is service. So if you make approach and submission without service is not complete, you will not get the gyan that the tattva bit will give us. You won't get it. So service must be complete. So something must be included. Then it is complete. You get the required purification to become free. Yes. Bhakti not a correct speaking. We are comparing two. We're comparing both. What is ignorance? We are doing from different acharyas. Bhakti not a correct situated in a vidya function of Maya. Those who become detached from matter by vidya function of Maya. Those who become detached from matter by vidya function of Maya means that we are not cultivating a vidya, but we are also detached from cultivating knowledge. Vidya is a vidya also. That's a vidya also. If you're not cultivating knowledge, this is a vidya. They become increasingly entangled in the cycle of birth and death, karma, bandha. And those who seemingly think that they're cultivating but not, because they do not perform bhakti, they do not receive the shelter of the Lord's spiritual energy. Therefore, they are deprived of devotion. Even though they are not attached to matter, but they're not cultivating, they are not engaged in bhakti, no devotion to Krishna. While engaged in vidya, do not forget to establish a relation with Paramatma in this material. In that way, one can truly become liberated from matter. So, we should be engaged in cultivating knowledge for Krishna. That knowledge should lead us to Paramatma. And by that, when there is communication, liberation will come from, be free from. Yes. Listen, spiritual mathematics. Spiritual mathematics. Next one. One, to be in ignorance. Listen, spiritual mathematics. One, to be in ignorance. Two, to be in ignorance and to claim to be in knowledge. I repeat, to be in ignorance and to claim to be in knowledge. Three, to be in ignorance and to claim to be in knowledge and to condemn real knowledge as ignorant, which is the worst, which is most dangerous. Huh? 1, 2, 3. Which one? Want me to repeat? Repeat the last one. To be in ignorance. To be in ignorance and to claim to be in knowledge. Last one. To be in ignorance and to claim to be in knowledge and to condemn real knowledge. Which of the three is most dangerous?
Number 3.
Yes, because I gave you the PPT. That is why you can get it. Because I only mark for you. That is the, if I didn't give you, you would have difficulty to select it. Yes, number 3. That one is condemning real knowledge is most dangerous. That's most dangerous. A cobra way, valuable jewel. That is their position. Very dangerous. Yes. Those who pose themselves as very learned in the Vedic knowledge, but unfortunately, they are completely diverted from the purpose of the Vedas. They are called Veda-Vadarata. Not at all interested in the personality of Godhead. fascinated by such fruitful result as the attainment of heaven, Karamukandis, descend useless. Misguide others by misinterpreting the Vedic literatures. This is also very, very dangerous. And most of the religious organizations today is like that. Ah, yes. I will say something now. I remember what I was saying to say that. I come to that. I will read in proper purpose, where he was saying, there are many devotees who assume themselves to be in Christian consciousness and devotional service, but at heart do not accept the supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna, as the absolute truth. Who are they? Asura or Sura? Asura. Asura. These devotees, what are they? In the movement. Right? So I was saying that our service become very difficult. To preach Christian concept become very difficult because they are majority. They are majority. Someone is what? So a sannyasi is a guru in GBC. Three positions, right? It's telling someone, don't waste your time with Bhakti Maharaj. Don't waste your time with him. He always talking. If you don't chance to love, you're not qualified to eat. Don't listen to him. We don't need to be forced to chant. If you chant for us, that is okay. That is great. If you chant for us, that is great. That is great. Sicilian, you already appeared with. but you know, it's telling you. It's telling you. So if you chant it down, oh, you're mad, yeah. Already mad. So don't listen to that Maharaj. We're talking about Sicilian, principle. See, we need to make more devotees. If you put the principle before them, how will you make more devotees? We need to remove the principle so that more people can join. Is it? People say, oh, this might be more difficult. Why is it difficult? Be simple. Why is it simple? Yeah? Worship God, was one cut off his head like that. Yeah? Worship God. As you suffer like that. God is a lovable person. You don't need to do all this God before you get him. Say a lovable person. Love is better than principles. Yes. Love is superior to principle. If you keep two principles, yes. They're trying. Don't waste our time with that Maharaj. So when you want to go to that environment, what will people think of you? You see, he has come with his problem and come and disturb. So Prabhupada said what? There are many devotees who assume themselves to be in devotional service. But at heart, they do not accept Krishna as the supreme personality of God. But one who accepted Krishna will speak like this. Eh? No. Is it the Bhakti Maharaj who says 16 now, or Prabhupada who says, who said? Is it Prabhupada who said or Swan who said? Prabhupada said. So he's talking to who? Talking to Prabhupada, not me. Because how many his followers will understand like that? No, they will not understand that. So they will follow him. That's a danger. That's a danger. Anyway, we have to continue. Veda Vadarata. Veda Vadarata. They look like religious, they look like speaking the truth, they look like devotees, but in the heart, they are not. That shows in the activity, it shows in what they present, how they speak. They condemn the Puranas like this, like this. Don't listen to him. Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita is too heavy. Heavy. We need light. If it is light, will you make it devotee?
Like devotee.
And they forgot that. They became devotee from the light Bhagavad Gita or the heavy Bhagavad Gita. How did they become devotee? From the heavy one or light? They became devotee from the heavy, but now the heavy is not valuable. They didn't become devotee from the light. They became devotee from the heavy Bhagavad Gita. Avidya. Avidya. Is avidya presented as vidya. So they are very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. They tend to raise some unscrupulous person from among themselves and present him as a leading exponent to Benedict. Yes, this is fine. They start out meaning what better to suit their own purposes.
Hare Krishna, is it me or has Gurudev gone offline?
His network is having some issue. I think he's disconnected again. He'll join us soon.
Okay.
Hmm?
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. It seems Maharaj's network is gone. Maybe it's reloading or something. Something is happening. So bear with us. Just be studying the place so that when it comes, you can have some questions. Hare Krishna. So, Prabhu, Ojasvisham or Damodara or Gora Shakti, can you start explaining to us what you understand by Veda Vadarata? One of you should start explaining to the students what you have understood about Veda Vadarata.
Yes.
What exactly does Hare Krishna? Carry on.
Prabhuji. Okay, what I understand by Vedaratra is those deviants, they behave just like devotees and mislead others. They don't follow the principles to the letter. They are not faithful to the principle. There are some things they interpret in their own ways, and so they don't really follow the principles. That's what I understand. They are deviants. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna?
Hare Krishna.
Yes. That is what I can understand. They are deviants.
Hare Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu.
I think.
Chaitanya Prabhu, you're there?
I know that I can speak if you want to talk. Just fine.
Okay. So if you're not there, maybe someone can give his point of view.
Okay, Hare Krishna, everybody, Dandavad for now. Gurudev has already mentioned and pointing out from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9:12, from the purport of Srila Prabhupada, that there are some people who are posing in the guise of devotees. However, they do not follow the principles or the laid down principles by our acharyas, and they happen to concord their own philosophies, taking citations from the Vedas themselves. So these people, they have their own ideas and they have their own philosophies of understanding what the scriptures are trying to say. So these Veda Vadarata, they belong to that category of people. So the words here is already explaining of how and where these people will get their own verse. Like the first mentions that they pose themselves as being very learned, and truly they have been in the movement for a very long time. So they pose themselves as being very learned in the Vedic scriptures, but unfortunately they are completely diverted from the purpose of the Vedas. You see okay, I think Gurudev is back online.
So let me system.
That again.
I think he's having some serious issues with his network.
Yes.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you for your explanation. Maybe someone else can say something. But
Mataji, this is all justice comes from Port Harcourt. So just my little realization on the Veda Vadarata, some persons, they in this guy,
Yes.
Okay, sorry for all this. They think there is no need for worshiping any other God. Agree to worship an ordinary man if he happens to be rich. But they will never worship the personality of Godhead, who is the source of all riches. Such men, unable to recognize their own foolishness, never consider how it is that God can be entrapped by Maya, his own illusory energy. That is the fault. Yes. Maya Pahita, class of men are self-made God. Such men think that they are themselves God, and there is no necessity of worshiping any other God. They will agree to worship an ordinary man if he happens to be rich, but will never worship the actual personality of God. Such foolish men cannot recognize their own foolishness regarding the question of how God can ever have been entrapped by illusion. If God were ever entrapped by illusion, then illusion would be more powerful than God. But they also say that God is all powerful. If God is all powerful, then how can he be overpowered by illusion? The self-made gods cannot answer all these questions very clearly, but they are satisfied that they have become God themselves. Okay, everywhere we continue.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, any question?
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Yes,
my question is coming from the Bhagavad Gita verse that you cited, chapter 9, verse 12, from the purport. After
yes.
talking about those people who are assuming or they assume themselves to be devotees, it also mentioned about people who are engaged in fruitive, pious activities, who are ultimately hoping to be liberated from the material entanglement. And it mentions that they will never be successful. So, Gurudev, I wanted to understand, because it says fruitive, pious activities, and we happen to understand that charity is one of them. And we have an example of such a person from the Vedas as King Nirga, who was a very charitable person. And he also had the mercy of getting Krishna after he was being caused to become a lizard. So I want to understand, maybe it's talking about a different set of people, but how will they not be unsuccessful in their venture of...
How would they be unsuccessful?
Yes, Gurudev.
Which one? How will they be successful or unsuccessful?
The purport says that they will not be successful, but they are engaged in such pious activities like charity, like, doing some good deeds like this. So, I want to understand how they are not going to be successful if they are also engaged in doing good deeds.
Yes, they are engaged in doing good deeds, like you said. So what is their good deed? The good deed will take them to Goloka. Indiga went to Goloka, or he became a lizard. That is that's the goal of life. That's the whole charity. The whole benefit of the charity he did, that he was very, very proud of, to become a lizard. That is success.
No, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah, success. And not even the world that has water. There was no water in the world he fell into. No water inside. So what is the use of doing charity if that is what they're going to get at the end? One cannot say that is success. It's not a success, it's a failure.
He got the mercy of Krishna in the body of that lizard. So how do we see that really?
Yeah, he got it only suffering so much. But so much suffering. So we want that. And even the blessing he got from Christ, I didn't go to God there. He only got a chance to come and practice. He didn't go back to God there. He got a chance to come and practice real bhakti, not charity. Is it not?
Yes, Gurudev. Yes, Gurudev.
Yeah. Thank you. Any other question? The network is not favorable. So we'll cut. So we'll try the next day. So we should take a break here and continue next time.
There is still ample time, Gurudev.
Yeah, we have to send my network today. Not tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
You have a
Hare
question?
Krishna, Gurudev. Yes, Gurudev. Sorry, from the yesterday's class, I missed one. You were mentioning there were 4 qualities that Krishna has that is absent in Lord Vishnu. Then you mentioned the Venu Madhurya, Lila Madhurya, Prema Madhurya. I didn't get the last one.
Rupa Madhurya.
Oh.
Rupa form. Or blissful form of this sweet.
The demon starting the class. Krishna told to do all these things. So the demon worship Krishna. Then it will find.
Yeah, the demon, they worship Krishna, and Krishna became manifest in their heart.
Yes.
So the question was, so they're not Krishna conscious? Krishna is already there in the heart. So is it not Krishna consciousness? No. No, because their intention was not Krishna, which manifested in the activities. A Krishna conscious person cannot give anxiety to others. That is not Krishna consciousness. A Krishna conscious person always try to take people out of anxiety.
That way they are not worshipping Krishna.
They worship Krishna. It is Krishna they worship. They worship Krishna wrongly. So because they worship Krishna wrongly, Krishna appeared in the heart because it is him they worship. So he was there in the heart, but he was not there as the sweet lover. He is there in the heart as a means for them to perpetrate the evil. Therefore, they are not prepared, they are not qualified to go to God.
You see, like in a Diti case, he wants to kill Indra and he get a bone Kashyapa. And Kashyapa Muni gave him blessing that you will get a son. But unfortunately, get to know. Kashyapa get to know that, okay, I gave the bone. So he engaged in devotional service. Then after the Marudagana appeared and with Indra, that time his mind was changed. Diti mind was changed, engaging devotional service. If the demon are worshipping, it should be changed. Although in Diti case, evil-minded. Diti was evil-minded. He wants to kill. He wants Shastri to kill Indra.
Yes, we have two kinds of, let's say, a thief. A sincere thief, if you catch him, he will run away and leave your good for you. A hard-hearted thief, if you catch him, will kill you. So, yeah, Diti, her intention was to kill Indra as a revenge. But her heart is soft. When he got a chance to change, he changed. Times are changed. Didn't see Krishna. He didn't see Narayana. Narayana has gone to council many times, but did he change? Narayana went to Hiragas many times. Did he change? No. He went to order to like question about his side. He changed. He was very addicted to rituals. The moment when Narayana met him, he changed. Where other demons didn't change. They're seeing Krishna every day. They saw Narayana. Narayana went to them many times. Some people, Narayana went only once. They are transformed. Look at this demon. Narayana went to them many times, no transformation. Because they are hardcore criminals. Demons. Nature has arranged that they will not be purified in that way. They have to pay heavy consequences to get purified. If we have to go that way. So here, Namuchi. Yes, Namuchi. They worship Krishna. There are 6 of them. They worship Krishna. And Krishna entered their heart there. That is why the demigod couldn't kill them, because Krishna is in it. But their intention was not Krishna Bhakti, because they had it not solved. Krishna appeared, the Krishna didn't change it. They use Krishna as a means. Someone who is a very sincere pretender will change. But a chronic pretender will not change. Sincere will not change. They have to pay heavily before they can get the required purification to change. A sincere pretender, that pretension will be the source of delivering him. A crooked pretender will not change. Sakuni changed. It was many times it was when you do that. What a disaster. Did he change? Even when they do like giving him advice, he confessed. The instruction is not for me. My heart cannot change like this. The instruction doesn't work. Yes, a sincere person will change. A crooked person will not change. Therefore, Krishna has to devise that means for Shiva to speak this philosophy. And the moment the Sankacharya is the incarnation of Shiva, the moment he came to them and spoke that philosophy, Krishna left the heart. The demons, the demigod killed them. Krishna left the heart. Just by that this philosophy. Immediately, Krishna disappeared. They were killed. They will have surrendered. after Krishna entered the heart. But that was not the intention. You see, when we are chanting Hare Krishna mantra every day, and this mantra is supposed to transform us. The mantra will transform us if we are releasing ourselves from the bad habits which we have kept. If you're still holding to it, Krishna will not take it. The Holy One will not take it. If one is feeling, this thing is bad, I shouldn't do it again, Krishna will take it on. Krishna will take them. See, that's why you see, some of us are practicing, but our bad habits still remain because we are not tired of them yet. And Krishna sees, he knows that. For those who are tired, how many times we have repeated the word of Bhakti? As we are practicing, as we are chanting, we should do what? We should. I've repeated that many times. We should work on ourselves. Bhakti Vitakara said it. We should work on ourselves by I'm easily angered. I would like to quarrel people. I see this is bad. I should not do this again. And when he's praying, he's help me. And then please help me. I don't want to do this again. Then we are releasing ourselves. We are working on ourselves. We are releasing. Because I will take them away. But if you are holding, no, I don't believe what you're saying is true, but I don't believe it. I will not want to do it because I want my rights. It will remain. It will remain. But we say, oh, I'm very sorry that I've been doing like this for all this time. So I cannot make progress like this. I better withdraw myself from all this. I should behave the way he's talking. This time will take them away. Or be free. If we don't do that, we're still comfortable with all the garbages we have with us. We're still keeping them. Because I will leave them there. So we should work on ourselves. Then you will see the difference. All the bad habits will start going. The good one will become good habit. As you see everyone as brothers and sisters. As you accommodate everyone. As you look yourself available. I should deal with you very honestly, very sincerely, directly, try to support. All this quality will start coming because the space for them is available now. If the space is not available, they will say amended because they know this space. If I'm not asked to leave the room, I will say the places you give to me. Because they leave this room. Okay. See, right? Does it make sense?
Yes, Gurudev. Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Gurudev,
Anything else? Yes.
what happens when one sincerely wishes for this, like you mentioned, and doesn't want to continue on that part, sincerely, genuinely wants to elevate himself from that level? Somehow or the other, this habit or this anartha happens to be very inked, very deep, and you still find yourself doing them somehow or the other. What happens in that kind of situation?
Yes. What happened in a situation when he's trying? What's the question? When he's trying to succeed. And
still ends up doing the wrong things because of his deep conditioning.
yes, because of the deep condition, because our previous activities has a heavy effect on us in what we are practicing every day. So how do we deal with that? In such a situation, yes, that is where prayer comes in. Prayer comes in, we are begging the Lord to help us. We are begging the Lord to help us because my situation is very, very heavy and it's not me. That's a good way we pray. So,
Sorry, Gurudev, you're muted.
sorry. Yes, it's one of my favorite players. That's a cool. Yes. I repeated it many times. Harida Sekura is playing. He's from Hanam Chantami. I am materially minded and I just chant, but I never get the touchstone of the name. Oh Lord, be merciful and dance on my tongue in the form of the name. Keep me in the material realm or in heaven, but wherever you put me, please give me the nectar of the name. You have appeared in this world to give your name. In this world. Please accept me as those people. True, I am low, but you are the deliverer of the low. This is our unbreakable relationship. On the strength of this, I am begging you for the nectar of the Holy Name. We pray and beg seriously. That is how we can transcend. We beg, we appreciate where we are. We know where we are. And we sincerely beg for help. Then the Lord will give us the strength to rise above. We should think, yeah, Prabhu, that's my karma. So to be like this, I can chant for that's my karma. Don't bother about me. Yes, if I like, I can wash my clothes. I can bathe only once a day and once a week. It's my karma to be like this. That means we are justifying their weakness. It's not good. We are justifying our weakness. This is not good. We should make effort. We should pray, beg for help. Then mercy will come. All right, Prabhu, does it make sense?
Yes, Gurudev. Please, I just wanted to confirm what chapter from the Highland Chintamani were you reading the prayer from?
Right. I cannot remember the chapter now. I just give it to somebody. I just copy and give to the devotees.
Okay. All right, good day.
Okay, let's end here for today. We'll see you next week. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev. Thank you very much, Gurudev.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very sorry for the network.
Hare Krishna.
So funny guys.
His Holiness Bhakti Dhiraj Damodara King.
Bye.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, dear devotees.
Hare Krishna, Franklin Johnson.
Forgive me. Hare Krishna. So we want to really appreciate your participation. We appreciate, at least this is better than the other day, last weekend. So thank you very much for your focus. Prabhu, thank you very much. Goda Shakti Prabhu, thank you very much. Damodara Prabhu, thank you very much. Isana Golanga Prabhu, thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Yes, thank you. And who is this person? Raja Gunyam Prabhu, thank you very much. Utpala Babaji, thank you very much. Now you are becoming more consistent. We are encouraged.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mother Gandhari,
thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mother Gandhari. Thank you also.
That is Anantajit Prabhu.
Anantajit Prabhu,
Yeah.
It is playing on my screen.
Thank you very much for being better than last time. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
We expect more from you. Thank you. Yamuna Devi Dasi Mataji, thank you very much for showing your face. The next time you show your face during the class also. Understand? During the class, show your face, okay? Maharaj, be encouraged that you are there. Thank you very much. Raghupati Prabhu, the youngest participant. All glory to you. Oh, you see? So the diplomatic attendant, that 3 David Dasi, is also there. That doesn't mean that we didn't know that last Sunday you were not there. Oh. Last Sunday you were not there. Actually, you were not there last Sunday. To be honest, you were not there. But we appreciate that you are there now. Okay? You should encourage, however, you should encourage Iswaku Prabhu to also try to be there. Okay, next time. Hare Krishna. Thank you. And Mother Bhuvana Sundari Mataji, thank you very much for being there all the time. We are encouraged. And ISKCON Lagos. Who is it? ISKCON Lagos. Who is it? ISKCON Lagos. Who is ISKCON Lagos? ISKCON Lagos. Prana Priya. Oh, okay, very good. No problem. Bhakti Elvis, also thank you very much. Okay, on this note, we encourage you to maintain this consistency from next week and even improve beyond this. All those who are not here, try to contact them and encourage them to be there so that they can get the full dose of Maharaj's injection. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Greeting to Ishaku Prabhu.
Injecting us with transcendental Krishna consciousness. If you are not there to take the injection directly, nobody will transfer his own to you. So be there to receive your own direct injection from Gurudev. So keep it up. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. My greeting to Ishaku Prabhu.
Greet him very well so that he can eventually surface.
Okay. Haribo.
Invisible operations should be stopped so that we can see him properly.
Yes.
And
My greetings to Franklin Johnson too.
Forgive Franklin Johnson. If you know where Franklin Johnson is now, you will not ask for him to on his video. So forgive him. You are hearing his voice, so that's okay. Hare Krishna.
Haribo. Hare
The
Krishna.
Franklin Johnson is a temporary name. It will change by his grace. Hare Krishna.
Haribo.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prabhu.
See you next weekend. Hare Krishna.
Haribo.
Haribo. Please, all of you should try to communicate with Jamasami Mataji. She always has some personal messages for you, so try to communicate with her. If she has something to tell you, she will tell you the thing. But direct one-on-one communication with Jamasami Mataji is most highly encouraged. All students communicate with Jamasami Mataji. She has a message for you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
La Prabhupada ki Jai.
Yeah.
It is great to come from a Bhakti Vedanta key. Haribo. We don't want to hear that one.
Super.